Hello, namaskar, good evening and good morning. Good evening to people joining us here in India and good morning to people joining us from abroad, from Canada and US. We welcome you to our today's show, Guftgoo. And thank you each and everyone for joining us today. We are very pleased to be able to welcome those of you that have been with us for the long time now, as well as those who are new to the XENA world family. I am honored for having been entrusted with the responsibility of hosting this show. It's a true reflection of objective of this foundation, where every family member is given opportunity. I'm here in front of you only because the foundation has faith in me. I thank the organizer, Shri Rajiv Anandji, for giving me this opportunity. And once again, we welcome you to this Gupshup program known as Guftgoo. Our आज का topic, today's topic is honey. Is it all about money? Or honey, it is all about money. पैसे के ऊपर आज का ये टॉपिक है and it's very interesting topic, बड़ा यूनिक है और किसी ने कहा है कि a person who have a lot of money is not rich, but one who have lots of time to spend that money is rich. मनी के साथ साथ आज एक और बड़ी वैल्यूएबल करेंसी जुड़ गई जो कि टाइम है, which is very very precious time. और अगर टाइम है तो आप पैसा यूज कर सकते हैं, अगर टाइम नहीं तो आप पैसा यूज नहीं कर सकते हैं. उसके साथ एक तीसरी चीज और है जिसको मैं बोलूंगा हेल्थ. अगर आपके पास हेल्थ है, टाइम है, पैसा है, तब तो लाइफ बेहतर है. अदरवाइज बहुत मुश्किल है, क्योंकि ये तीनों चीजें किसी के पास एक साथ नहीं होती हैं. अगर आपके पास पैसा है तो टाइम की तंगी होगी, आदमी लगा हुआ है पैसे में, रनिंग बैक एंड फोर्थ, टाइम नहीं है. हेल्थ खराब हो रही, हेल्थ नहीं है. I think you must have heard about this investor Jhunjhunwala, who had amassed, invested and earned a lot of money, but had no time to enjoy or spend on himself, on his health, and which is, we have seen all that. It has been circulating in the news some time back. And if you think life is all about earning money, you are highly mistaken. Money is a part of life, not the whole meaning of life. You have to understand that money is a concept that developed by humans to make our lives easy. People were living their lives even before money was invented. The way we used to live ages back in our villages, where the money was never used. It was a barter system. There's a washerman, he would do the cleaning of the clothes of the villages, and the farmer would give him the grain, rice, or whatever. No money. So that system was already there in place when the money was not there. And इसी तरह हमारे इसमें ग्रुप में जो ज्वाइन किया है प्रकाश मोहन जी, उन्होंने एक बड़ा ही अच्छी बात बोली थी पीछे कि दौलत की भूख ऐसी लगी कि कमाने निकल गए, और जब दौलत मिली तो हाथ से रिश्ते निकल गए. दौलत कमाने के चक्कर में बच्चों के साथ रहने की फुर्सत ना मिल सकी, और जब फुर्सत मिली तो बच्चे कमाने निकल गए. इसके साथ मैं इस फ्लोर को आई लीव ओपन फॉर द डिस्कशन टू ऑल ऑफ यू, एंड आई रिक्वेस्ट Prakash ji or and Sanjay Sethi ji to choose one of this topic and start a discussion. पहले मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूं किनको, प्रकाश जी को या प्रकाश जी, आप आर यू रेडी? प्रकाश मोहन जी,
आई एम ऑलवेज रेडी.
हाँ जी. तो आई थिंक आप बोल रहे हैं हनी इट इज ऑल अबाउट मनी, इज इट? और पहली लाइन आप ले रहे हैं.
He is taking the first line. He is taking
I
the
can
first
speak on
line.
both the line.
But that is the problem. So give him the first line.
Okay, Prakash Mohanji, you're requested to speak your inputs on the first line. Honey, is it all about money? Thank you. Over to Prakash Mohanji.
प्रकाश जी का आवाज नहीं आ रहा।
म्यूट है आप प्रकाश जी, प्लीज।
म्यूट नहीं, मुझे लगता है कुछ वो हुआ है,
इंटरनेट
कंप्यूटर इशू हुआ है, बिकॉज वो आवाज भी नहीं आ रही, हिल भी नहीं रहे।
अच्छा, ओहो, जाम हो गया। So in that case, I'll request सेठी साहब, संजय सेठी जी, आप प्लीज ले लीजिए आप ये वाली लाइन।
हाँ, कौन सी लाइन लूं मैं?
Second line.
Honey,
it is all about money.
All about money.
सेकेंड लाइन क्या है आपकी?
Honey, it is all about money.
हाँ, हनी इट इज ऑल अबाउट मनी।
हाँ जी।
तो ऐसा है साहब जी कि मैं छोटी सी एक बात बोलना चाहता हूँ कि यू नो देयर इज लॉट ऑफ टॉक अबाउट मनी। Now, if you look at money, you know, you can have money through various means. Number one, sometimes you inherit money. जैसे कि राजा रजवाड़े होता है, एक के बाद पैसा आता है, चलता रहता है। Then there is a second way of getting it is that you earn it.
Okay.
Now, earning के भी दो तरीके होते हैं। एक, आप फिजिकल मेहनत से अर्न करें, जैसे कि एक लेबरर अर्न करता है। दूसरा एक तरीका होता है कि आप एजुकेशन से अर्न करें, पढ़ाई ज्यादा कर लेंगे तो आपको अच्छा काम मिलेगा, अच्छा पैसा मिलेगा। तीसरा होता है कि आप पढ़े लिखे भी नहीं हैं और आप लेबर भी नहीं करते हैं, यू स्टार्ट मेकिंग योर मनी थ्रू स्पेकुलेशन, जो बहुत लोगों ने इमेंस वेल्थ इकट्ठी की है। अब जो पहली टाइप का पैसा होता है, चार तरह के पैसे बताए मैंने आपको, ठीक है सर? जो पहले तरह का पैसा होता है वो बढ़ता तब है जब आप राजा जो है वो बड़ा राजा बनता जाता है।
ओके।
और अगर वो छोटा राजा बनता जाता है तो वो खत्म हो जाता है। If you take example of the Mughals, you know, at a point of time they started increasing their empire and they kept
growing,
getting a lot of wealth. अब उसमें भी there was a catch, like there was a rule between Akbar and his brother-in-law that land Akbar will get, wealth he will get.
Okay.
तो इस वजह से राजपूताना जो एरिया है वो सबसे ज्यादा अमीर है आज की डेट में भी हमारे पूरे देश के अंदर।
अच्छा।
बिकॉज सारा खजाना वहां जाता था, यू नो। अकबर का जो ब्रदर इन लॉ था, he was a सिपा सालार and he used to get all the wealth. Akbar used to get only land.
Okay.
Now, whether land is money or money is different, that again there is a concept coming out of that.
Okay.
But the nutshell is that the inherited wealth can increase because you improve upon it by doing something which increases your empire. Or it will reduce if you diminish it, right? ये एक एरिया जरिया हो गया और इसके साथ पावर भी रिलेट करती है। अगर आप इसको बढ़ाएंगे तो आपकी पावर भी बढ़ेगी, इसको आप घटाएंगे तो पावर भी घटेगी और खत्म भी हो जाएगी। अब बेचारा जो लेबरर है, वर्कर है, वो इतनी मेहनत करता है, इतना खटता है, उनको मिलता क्या बेचारे को? ठीक है, अब आप ये कहेंगे कि यार वो उसमें भी खुश रहता है, अब कुछ तो रहता ही होगा, क्योंकि वो तब रोता है जब उसको उसकी दिहाड़ी नहीं मिलती। अदरवाइज ही इज हैप्पी, वो अपना खाना खाता है, दारू पीता है और सो जाता है। उसकी एक वो लिमिटेड जो कहते हैं ना कि एक उससे ही उसकी हैप्पीनेस बन जाती है। इफ ही गेट्स मनी द डे ही वर्क्स, और वीकली वेजेस होते हैं या मंथली जो भी होते हैं, इनको जो मिलते रहते हैं तो ठीक है, नहीं मिलते हैं तो देयर इज अ बिग केओस। अब जो एजुकेशन वाला है वो अगर पढ़ता रहता है, अगर काम मिल गया तो ठीक है, नहीं मिला तो देन ही इज आल्सो काइंड ऑफ यू नो इन अ बैड शेप, एंड दिस कीप्स ऑन चेंजिंग। एक जमाना था डॉक्टर इंजीनियर कमाते थे, एक जमाना आया दूसरे कमाने लगे, एक जमाना आया कुछ और लोग कमाने लगे, आज क्रिएटिव आर्टिस्ट कमाते हैं, यू नो। और जो थर्ड स्पेकुलेशन टाइप वाले हैं वो अपना झुंझुन वाला साहब है। तो अब इसमें हैप्पीनेस या कहां से निकलती है, कहां आती है, I think that is not at all related to anything which is called money.
Correct.
It is individual who is happy in whatever way he thinks. अब जैसे कि एक आदमी है वो थोड़ा सा खाता है फिर भी मोटा है, जैसे मैं हूँ. एक आदमी जो बहुत खाता है वो फिर भी दुबला है. जैसे राजीव है, रोज रोज फेसबुक पे कुछ ना कुछ आता है, ये बना रहा है, वो बना रहा है. मैं कहता हूँ अगर इतना खा ले तो इसका वजन 200 किलो होना चाहिए. बट मेरे हिसाब से इनका कितना 80 किलो होगा आपका वेट, राजीव जी, क्यों?
हाँ, around about.
So, it's very difficult to say that there is a thing called money which is, in various forms, in various, ages of, the civilization, that this will give happiness or which will give you, immense, strength, and what do you call your pleasure and all that kind of stuff. That's not right. It is the individual perception of what he has, what he gets, what he makes, how he spends. There is another class of people who like spending. And I believe me or not, there are people who don't earn but they spend. Now the credit card has given power to people to spend. 50,000 लाख की लोगों की लिमिट होती है खर्चा करने की. खर्चा कर देते हैं. That is a disease actually, Like you won't believe, I read about Michael Jackson. There was no money to feed his children in house and he was buying paintings at a point of time. And another very, very critical thing with money is that it never stays with you. People have earned tons of money. People inherited a lot of money. Either it grows or goes down. It is never static like a lake. You have the example of Ambani brothers. You have the example of the Birla family division. You have one family going somewhere, the other family, this guy, Yashwardhan, he has to be, I think, I don't know his status today, but it used to be very bad. Same has happened with the Ambani brothers, So it is like, it will never be static. It will either go up or down. तो एक इसमें एक बहुत छोटी सी बात निकल के आती है कि आप जो भी कुछ कर रहे होंगे आपको करना पड़ेगा इसको सस्टेन करने के लिए. अगर आप लेबरर भी हैं तो आपको काम करना पड़ेगा तो मिलेगा. ठीक. अगर आप पढ़े लिखे भी हैं तो नौकरी करनी पड़ेगी या प्रोफेशनली कुछ करना पड़ेगा तो मिलेगा. अगर आपकी क्लाइंटेज खत्म होगी तो खत्म. और अगर आप स्पेकुलेटिव ट्रेड में हैं तो आपको पॉजिटिव स्पेकुलेशन करनी पड़ेगी तो मिलेगा. और अगर आपने इनहेरिट किया तो मैंने आपको पहले बताया क्या करना है, वो तो आइदर यू ग्रो और यू गो डाउन. तो इसमें एक आपको सबसे बड़े मैं रिस्क एलिमेंट इसमें बताता हूँ कि सबसे बड़े जो रिस्क एलिमेंट है वो स्पेकुलेटिव बंदे के साथ को रिलेट करता है. क्योंकि बाकी लोगों का जो काम है वो और तरीके का होता है. दैट हैज अ काइंड ऑफ अ ग्राफ, जो कि जिसे कहते हैं कि सहवाग की बैटिंग की तरह नहीं जाएगा, बट एक द्रविडियन बैटिंग की तरह जाता है. जो स्पेकुलेटिव कर्व है दैट इज वेरी रिस्की. उसमें क्या है कि आइदर यू गो अप वेरी शार्प और यू जस्ट स्टार्ट फॉलिंग डाउन. तो मेरे हिसाब से ना हम सो कॉल्ड हनी वर्ड जो इसमें यूज होता है वो परसेप्शनल हो गया बहुत ज्यादा, है ना. और ये एक, मैं क्या बोलूं, एक वस्तु है एक्चुअली. सी एक बेगर भी पेट भरता है अपना और सबसे रईस आदमी भी पेट भरता है अपना. भगवान ने ऐसी सृष्टि बनाई है कि कोई खाली पेट नहीं सोता है. अगर एक दिन सोना भी पड़ जाएगा तो अगले दिन कुछ ना कुछ उसका सिस्टम या जुगाड़ बन जाता है ना. और कर्मठ इंसान इतना होता है कि वो एक रास्ता अगर उसका बंद होता है तो वो दूसरा रास्ता ढूंढने लग जाता है. दूसरा रास्ता अगर उसको नहीं मिल पाता वो तीसरा ढूंढता है, चौथा ढूंढता है. पर he will always find a way to earn money, to feed himself and to enjoy it also as he progresses and goes up. I'll give you my example. I lost my dad when I was less than 2 years old. My mother was just about 23 years or so. She got married when she was doing her MA. She didn't finish her MA. So when he passed away, so there was no lack of money, there was no lack of people around us, but the concept that my mother thought was that I have to keep this aside and I have to work and make myself live for both of us. So she sat down and completed her MA, taking care of a small baby, which I was there. She finished that, then she started teaching, and she had a very noble subject that she actually learned, which was Hindi. And we were in Calcutta. Okay. So a few years passed by, and then we were with our maternal grandparents. So my grandfather retired, so he wanted to come to Punjab. So my mother, she had to also come because we were just two people and they were also two people. So we wanted to live all together. They wanted us to be with them. So we came to Punjab, and by that time, my town where we came, Faridabad, had become Haryana. It was no more Punjab. Now, when she came here, she was again in a fix, because by that time there was a concept of B.Ed which had come. So a lady or a teacher who had done MA would get only lower classes to teach. And she was a Hindi teacher of, high literate and all that kind of stuff. So she wanted to teach that subject in higher classes. So when I was in class 7, she went to Kurukshetra to do her B.Ed. After so many years, she started studying again to do that course to continue her career in teaching. And what was the idea was, whatever money we had inherited, because of various reasons of, to be there, and she should earn and keep us going on. And you won't believe, all her life, when she was working, I was not allowed to touch even 1 penny of what was inherited. Either in land or in money, I was not allowed to touch even a single penny. I was sent to a central school where the fees was 3 rupees. Only because to keep that thing there so that she could live and I could live along with her with the money that she was earning. I can't give you a better example of how money should be kept and how money should, I don't say saved, but it should be kept for the future utilization. When I grew, I was completely different. I never bothered anything about it. आज यहाँ लेना ले लो, आज वहां बेचना है बेच दो, आज तकलीफ में हो तो इसको बेच दो, आज जब ठीक ठाक है तो यहाँ खरीद लो. उस तरह से मैंने अपनी लाइफ जी है. बट जब मैं उस स्थिति में आया तो उन्होंने मुझे रोका भी नहीं कभी. मैं फिर बार बार कह रहा हूँ. अच्छा, आपको एक और मैं मजेदार बात बताता हूँ कि जब वो पुराने दिन हमारे, तो हमारी लाइफ ज्यादा पीसफुल थी. जब हम दूसरी फेज ऑफ लाइफ में आए, अब कौन सी हनी है मुझे नहीं पता, पर वहां आने के बाद इट बिकेम अ बिट ऑफ अ कॉम्प्लिकेटेड थिंग. क्योंकि होता क्या था यार, वो 2 करोड़ का हो गया, अरे रुकते हैं बाद में बेचेंगे. फिर पता चला कि वो 2.5 का हो गया, अरे बेच देते हैं, अरे रुक जाओ. फिर बाद में पता चला जरूरत पड़ी पैसे की तो 1.5 करोड़ का हो गया. फिर आपने 1.5 करोड़ का बेच दिया. अब कहां से धनी आई, क्या हुआ, क्या पता नहीं. The point is that, what I'm trying to say, I have lived in that particular phase of my, life, childhood and later part of my life and all through, that I only feel that money is required for your food, for your living, for your alcohol, for your मौज मस्ती. उसके beyond जो होता है, वो आने जाने वाली चीजें हैं. That is all which is seen, unseen or not. अब आपको एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ. जब पैसा नहीं होता है तो आप सस्ती शराब पीते हैं. जब पैसा होता है बहुत महंगी शराब पीते हैं. नशा बराबर होता है, और महंगी शराब में तो नशा भी नहीं होता है. समझे आप? पैसा कम है तो छोटे घर में है, बहुत सारा है तो बड़े घर में है. फिर पैसा क्या करेगा? पैसा सेम चीज है. अगर कम है तो बटर नहीं खा रहे हैं, ज्यादा है तो बटर खा रहे हैं, तो कोलेस्ट्रॉल हो गया, फिर दवाइयां खाओ. कैसे कैसे वो उसका कोरिलेट करेंगे, कैसे उसको संभालेंगे, कैसे वो करेंगे. अब आप इसको अगर फैमिली लाइफ से कोरिलेट करें, पहले जमाने में डाइवोर्स नहीं हुआ करते थे और दूसरी बहुत सी चीजें हुआ करती थी। आज के जमाने में डाइवोर्स बड़ा कॉमन है, आज के जमाने में शादी ना होना भी बहुत कॉमन है। ठीक है, क्या ये पैसे से रिलेट करता है? बिल्कुल नहीं रिलेट करता। मैंने ऐसे कपल देखे हैं जो कि गरीब हैं, बड़े खुश हैं। ऐसे कपल देखे हैं जो मतलब सो मेनी कपलिंग हो गई है, बहुत पैसा है, फिर भी वो एक कोई भी नहीं टिक रही। अभी आज ही पेपर में आया एक बंदे का, 25 साल से कम लोग उम्र की लड़कियों से इश्क लड़ाता है और कितनी लड़कियां छोड़ के चली गई। सबसे रिच आदमी जो था उसका भी डाइवोर्स हो गया। Now, where you know, how do you correlate or relate? I think it is a completely an individual thought process, perception. What is the so-called right kind of requirement? How many money calories you need is not driven by any arithmetic. फूड में बोलेगा इतनी कैलोरीज होनी चाहिए, इससे ज्यादा नहीं होनी चाहिए। मनी में वो कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं है, वो इंडिविजुअल के हिसाब से ही चलेगा वो। अभी मुझे एक चीज बताओ आप, जैसे कि एक फिल्म स्टार होता है, एट अ पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम ही अर्न्स लॉट ऑफ मनी। मैंने आपने पुराने के एक फिल्म स्टार भारत भूषण का नाम सुना होगा कभी। एक जमाने में वो सबसे अमीर स्टार हुआ करता था मूवी बिजनेस के अंदर, बड़े बड़े हिट दिए थे उसने। और जब आखिर समय आया था तो ही हैड वर्चुअली नथिंग। आपने वो गाना सुना होगा, वो जो एक छोटा सा कॉमेडियन ने गाया था एक जमाने में, उसके साथ भी सेम स्टोरी हुई थी। आज की डेट में आपके सामने जिंदा एक इंसान खड़ा, सुभाष घई, द सेम स्टोरी इज देयर, बट यू नो ही हैज built up an alternative business, so he's surviving through that, but movies don't run. मैं तो ये कहूंगा कि money is like Bollywood. You have it, you use it. Where you use depends. Whether it will be a success or not, the box office will sell. But whatever you have to enjoy it, have a reasonably comfortable, good life, and make the best use of the money for yourself, your family, and enjoy it till you can. Because life is limited. आज है कल नहीं है, कुछ पता नहीं। यही बोलना चाहूंगा बस।
Thank you, Sanjay Sethi ji, for giving us such a elaborate explanation of money. पैसा ही सब कुछ नहीं है, आपने बड़ी अच्छी तरह से एक्सप्लेन किया और हमें बड़ा अच्छा लगा। आप सबको भी अच्छा लगा होगा जो हमारे यहाँ दर्शकगण अटेंड कर रहे हैं फ्रॉम इंडिया एंड अब्रॉड। अभी जो नेक्स्ट लाइन है वो मैं उसके लिए इनवाइट करना चाहूंगा श्री प्रकाश मोहन जी को। प्रकाश जी आप हैं? आर यू देयर?
हाँ जी, यस आई एम हियर सर।
नेक्स्ट लाइन पे आप कुछ प्रकाश डालें इस पे जो है ये हनी about money.
So first of all, Sanjay ji, what a great explanation. Thank you so much. It was such a pleasure listening to you. Now, naturally, we need money to just to live life. We need money. There's no doubt in it. And we can talk about these concepts because each one of us have some level of or some amount of money with us. If you ask the same question to the people who don't have any money, they won't be able to talk about this subject. So from that perspective, definitely money has its utility, but money is actually a mean and not the end. This is what I would like to share my thoughts on it. So it's a medium of exchange. So we have Sanjay ji has spoken that in order to live life, you need money. But the real thing is this, that when you're earning money, what is your purpose of earning money? Is the purpose only just to survive or to be an entrepreneur and create wealth, not only for yourself, but for your investors, for society at large, so that you can upgrade the standard of living? Or you want to be very frugal like Warren Buffett, and you want, or like Bill Gates, and you want to leave a legacy behind you that when you die, you have left a lot of money for the society, for the betterment of the society. So each one of us may have a different goal of why do we want to earn money. So naturally, I'll be focusing on those people who are not earning money for the sake of living, because for the sake of living, there's no choice. You need to earn money. I mean, otherwise you won't be there tomorrow. You will just simply die. Now the question comes, once you have that amount of money, which can make your life comfortable. And of course, I fully agree with Sanjay ji that the level of comfort could be different for different people. But end of the day, we should appreciate that all of us, our needs are very simple needs. We don't need a gold coated roti. You can't eat a gold coated roti. You will still have to eat a wheat roti or any other grain roti. Same thing goes with the rice. Same thing goes with the bed. You won't need a bed which is beyond a certain. You can have it, but in order to sleep, you just need that kind of comfortably. You need a decent sized house, but you can have a mansion, you can have a palace, you can have multiple palaces. That's up to you, depending on the money you have. Same thing goes for when you go to sleep in the night. Once you go to sleep, all your bank balance disappears. You're not even aware whether it exists or it doesn't exist. You are sleeping. So what I'm trying to allude is this, that when you are living life, to live life, you need a certain amount of money to live life as it is. Beyond that, when you're earning money, you should have clarity on why you want to earn money and what is the end use of that money. A lot of people say that we want to leave a lot of wealth for our children. I'll give it. Why do you have to leave educated like Sanjayji's mother? She made sure that Sanjayji is standing on his feet and is able to make his own money despite he inherited a lot of money. So that is what I would focus on, that we make our children competent enough to make their own living. And if we leave money for them, they should know how to make good use of that money. When I say good use, it is about what is our contribution to the society at large. Because when we have taken this birth as a human being, I think it is our responsibility that we just not live for ourselves, but we also have a thought process how we can make a positive difference in the people surrounding us. Now, as we know in the world, there are various kind of people. Some are world leaders. They are thinking about people in the entire world, but everybody need not be like that. We can just think about the people who are associated with us. Like, for example, if in our household, we can take care of our workers in our household. If you're running a factory or a business, we can take care of our employees there. If we are actually in the politics, and suppose we are MPs or MLAs, then it is our responsibility to look after our constituencies well. So that is an individual who can decide that whatever additional money they are earning, what end use they are going to make out of it. So not everything you can consume. Consumption has a limitation. Consumption for the sake of consumption, yes, it is there. You can buy multiple properties, you can buy a helicopter, you can buy an aircraft, you can buy a lot of things. But whether you are doing it to consume yourself, then how much consumption you can do? You can't travel in 10 cars at the same time. Even if you have 10 cars, you will only drive one car at a time. Even if you are having, again, a lot of money in the bank, on a particular day, you will only consume X amount of money. So my perception towards money is you should earn money. And I'm absolutely in favor of earning money, but with the clarity of why you're earning money and what you want to make use of that money. Is it only for your personal use or for your family use or for the society at large? And with that clarity, you should be earning money, not with some kind of a just that, okay, if I have X million dollars, then I will be better off than my neighbor. Because that race you have already lost. Because in this world, there will always be someone who has more money than you, irrespective of who you are. Means maybe exceptions are Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, because they have reached that level. But people like me and you, we are far behind than those people. So with whom are you competing with? Are we competing with our neighbor who may have 10 houses? Fine, there are other neighbors who may have 20 houses. So I think that competition is just going to give you heartburns, just going to give you stress, and is not going to allow you to enjoy the money which you have. So the money earning for the sake of earning money, in my opinion, is not healthy at all. And it is not really even worth taking that path. So for example, I will quote you another very interesting one, that when you write your will, you are not there as a beneficiary of your will. Your name is not there, though it is your will. So you are leaving money for everyone else, but you are not there, and it is your money. So if you can think and remember this while you are alive, that whatever money you have, ultimately you are like a custodian. You are a custodian of that money, and eventually that money is going to someone else. Then you can, while you're earning money, you will have a sense of purpose of why you're earning money, for what purpose you're earning money, and you can at least feel happy about earning money as well as making use of that money. So to summarize, and without taking too much of time, because I would like to hear from Prajna, since she has been very patiently listening to both Sanjay ji and myself, I would like to conclude this. Money is very essential to survive in this world. So by remaining poor is not the solution. But we should know our purpose once we have met our basic requirements, why we want to earn more. And that more is unlimited. We can keep on earning money until we die, as long as we have a plan to how to make use of that money which we earn. And in my personal opinion, that money should be put to use for the wider goods, the wider good of the society, and not only just for ourselves and our immediate family, and so that we can leave this world with a sense of satisfaction that we made a difference in other people's lives. So with this, I'll conclude my conversation. Thank you.
Thank you, Prakash Mohanji. It was wonderful to hear you about the money.
Ashok Bhaiya, just one interjection.
Anji.
Either on your WhatsApp or on your chat box, just spend a few seconds. You will be able to understand how we intend to proceed.
Acha. Hanji. Okay. Yeah.
You can read it out also.
Hanji. Thank you very much, Prakash Mohanji, for giving such an elaborate, very lively talk on the money. And now I'll request Paramita ji to step in and talk on and summarizing the talk given by the two participants and share your overall views. Are you there, Prajna ji?
Yes, I am there.
Please, over to you.
Yeah,
thank you.
So thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak. Thank you to Rajiva ji and to XENA World family. I heard both you gentlemen, and there is nothing to disagree with any of you. And both of you have summarized it actually. But I just need to add something. It is not always people earn money to satisfy their basic needs. It is not always they earn money to compete with their neighbors. And it is true that money cannot make you happy person if you are not happy from before. Some people do earn money because they like to earn money. The way we have purpose in life. For example, Rajiva ji's purpose is XENA world. Somebody's purpose will be social service. Somebody's purpose is to educate themselves. Somebody's purpose is to leave their children's to make their children's world a better place to live. The same way, some people's purpose in life is to earn money. They are not competing against anyone. They are competing with themselves. For example, there are many corporations. The founders of these corporations, they did not build these corporations because they wanted to compete with somebody. They built these corporations because they wanted to they just liked doing it. That was their hobby. Bill Gates dropped out of college to start Microsoft. He did not know at that time that he will become so rich. He did that because he liked doing it over studying. His parents were very highly educated, by the way. His wife is also ex-wife is also very highly educated. So for some people, earning money is a passion. It cannot be compared to gambling or alcohol. It is not like that. And not everybody who earns money earns it the wrong way. This is a misconception because how it is generally, excuse me, it is generally earned in India. It is not like that. There are ways of increasing, there are ways of applying your mental faculties to its most to earn money. It's a way of challenging yourself. And there is no association between money and happiness. I don't know who started this association. It is absolutely foolish. First of all, money cannot buy you happiness. That is true. But if you don't have money, you cannot be happy either. Okay, that is a fact. If there is a couple who were in love and they don't have any money, they will be bickering over money, and eventually divorce, separation, whatever will happen because of lack of money. If they make a lot of money, they will be happy together if they were happy from before. So it is not related to money the way we think it is related. Money is needed, but it is not the most important thing. Sometimes it works as a savior also. Okay, if your child is dying and it's a privatized healthcare system, you will really love to have money. I'm telling you. That time you will not have any, what do you call it, esoteric thoughts about money. You will need money, you will beg, borrow, or steal to get that money. Okay. So money has its importance. It shows you how important you are and how much of provision you will get. Okay, like if I go to a restaurant, if I don't have money, I won't get that food. If I have money, then I can taste that. If I have money, I will get medicine. If I have money, I can get treatment for my parents in a privatized hospital. So money is actually like a cushion. Some people, they like to compete, but they will compete on anything. It is not only a question of money. If they have enough money, they will compete on looks. They will compete on who has got a better spouse. If that is also taken care of, whose child is doing better. So competition is a disease. So if any of you have watched yesterday's talk of mine on empathy, you will understand what I was trying to say. So here empathy comes in. If you have empathy, you will not run blindly after money. It is like very foolish to say that because of phone, everything has gone bad. You are the one who is using the phone. So money, you can, I mean, those who think money as God, well, that is their fault. But money is very, very important. Its its importance can't be disputed. If there is no money today, there will be something else. Okay. So something else will replace money, but the concept will remain the same. As humans, we don't like to see everybody equal. We want to have more than the other. It is actually survival for the fittest, but it should not be. Because survival for the fittest, only one fit person will remain and everybody else will die. So then what are you going to die if you are the only one in the world? But this concept of Darwin is good for the animal world. It is good where it should be, but because certain principles can't be generalized and applied to everything in life. So similarly, it is the same thing about money. There are lots of people with money and who are doing a lot of social service. And in fact, the whole of America runs on capitalism. That's how the Federal Reserve has its reserve. That's how they are giving aids and all to other countries. And how it is all because of this great industrialists. If there is no Ford, where 5,000 people get employment because of that. Today in West Bengal, why it is like this and why Gujarat is so progressed? Because Gujarat allows industries to come in. When industries come in, people won't be daily working in the fields. They will be employed in factories. So from where does that, what makes that happen? It's the money which makes it happen, right? So money is, and all the wars and everything, it happens because I want his territory because they are producing more stuff. I want it. So that is why it happens. So at the end, everything is about money, actually, whether you like it or not. That is how human society is, and it will remain like this. So for your own satisfaction, if I come to one individual person, he feels, okay, I have earned this much of money. I don't need to earn any more. That is not going to work, because as you grow older, whatever you have in your bank as fixed deposit, it will get eaten up because the rate of inflation will be more than what you save. I mean, you guys who are in finance, they know, you know what I'm talking about. So you are forced to invest it in instruments which will appreciate your money. You don't do it because you are greedy. You do it because one of you rightly said that money is not permanent. You cannot keep it. Even gold appreciates and depreciates. So that is the quality of money. So you have to, it is like a wheel, you have to keep on turning, otherwise it will fall down. You know, so some people, even if you're a government employee, you cannot totally depend on your income or provident fund or whatever it is called in India. You have to invest it sensibly. You don't have to be a speculator in the stock market, but you have to invest it, because the rate of return from the bank will always be lower than the rate of inflation, which means you will grow poorer over the time with the same amount of money. So this you can apply everywhere. And I thought the topic was like a husband is telling wife, because honey is used between husband and wife. I was not aware that this topic will take this direction. I thought it is a husband telling wife or wife telling husband that it is all about money, like the marriage is all about money, or is our relationship only about money? So I was a little bit confused there. But the same topic can have various ways of being interpreted. So if your interpretation is that this, then this is my summary of whatever I heard from you gentlemen. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Once again, Ashok Bhaiya, I think Rojna needs to be clarified also about something, and even for the other two panelists over here. That is why, because it is a very deep topic, it can be taken in many forms,
parts.
This being the curtain raiser,
part 1.
With her clue, part 1, with her clue, the same topic will remain, but it will go in the part 2 for husband-wife relationship oriented. There the Actual honey we will talk about.
Good.
Okay.
Good. Yeah. Okay. So somebody rightly said, money makes the man go, isn't it? And thank you. Thank you, Projna Paromita ji, for joining us all the way from Canada. And it was very lively discussion. And Prakash Mohan ji from Bahrain, and Sanjay Sethi ji from Noida? No.
From the famous Twin Tower.
Okay.
Most to the Twin Tower.
Okay. Thank you for joining us, and hope you all enjoyed this Aaj Ka Guftgoo, Aaj Ka Gupshup, and we hope to see you again in our next episode of the same Gupshup. And this was the part 1, and we'll be joining soon for this next part 2, in a short while. Thank you once again, Rajiv Anand ji, for giving us this wonderful time on your platform.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.